Stavaihi Vedesangavadakramavupanishadaihi Gayantiyam Samagaha Dhyanavastita Tadgatena Manasa Shantiyam Yoginaha Shantam Navidusra Suraganaha Devaya Tasmai Verse number 16 onwards, please. Aneka chitta vibhranta moha jnana samavruta prasakta kama bhogeshu patanti narakeshu chau Atma sambhavita stabdaha dhanamana madhanitaha yajante nama yajñaiste dambhena vidipurvakam ahankaram balam darpam Kamam krodham ca sansritaha Mamatma paradeheshu Pradyushanto vyasuyakaha Madhava. So as you are seeing here, the two types of dispositions talked about. Daivi Sampat, Asura Sampat. The two types of disposition where in one side all the emotions, all the moods, call it all your thoughts are, mostly make it emotions, which are based on the Absolute, which has its source in the truth that you are. Those are the becoming values, becoming emotions. And those which are based on ignorance, individuality, sensations of various kinds, sense organs, organs of action, those dispositions are unbecoming. That is, like anger, hatred, jealousy, lust, passion. So each person must look at himself. Because there is no such thing as one person purely dependent on the Absolute, other person moods are purely dependent on the relative ignorance. But in every individual, both the possibilities are there. It depends upon us which possibility we are making use of. No person is absolutely bad or absolutely good. Both possibilities are there in every person. The same person in whom you see anger, hatred, jealousy, there are also certain moments the person is very kind, compassionate, sensitive, considerate. The same person who sometimes helps you out, the same person can be very manipulative. How is it happens that the same person who behaves like this in a very becoming manner suddenly becomes so violent? It's just like you can see now the mood, the morning disposition. At this moment, when you have got up from your long night's sleep, very quiet, mind yet to be activated, you are yet to build up any type of emotions, you are very quiet. As time passes, you encounter situations, suddenly built-ups begin, become so restless. Nobody gets up restless. When you get up, it is like coming from the land of meditations. You have been sleeping for a long time, 7 hours, 8 hours, 6 hours. That is why nobody jumps out of the bed just like that. Unless there is an emergency like a fire or an accident or something. When you wake up, you still linger in that restful mood for some time. That is why for most people, there is a struggle. They can't just get out of the sleep just like that. By the time from the time you wake up to get up, there is a big distance. You wake up, you are not awake, but you are still lazying. Because you don't want to be involved, don't want to get restless, don't want to get engaging yourself in so many different types of activities. That is a restfulness. Suppose that time, even if you ask somebody, please be angry, can you show me a little jealousy? It will be so alien to the individual because just got him from the bed. Please appreciate. It is just like a clear sky. Beautiful blue clear sky. Now as you see it in the morning, the fog has come in, sun is yet to rise, lovely dawn. But as the time passes, the sun comes up. Maybe a little low pressure builds up. By the time it is afternoon, there is a massive cyclone approaching. Same thing also happens in us. All of us begin with absolute innocence. Only trouble is we do not know about it. That is why we cannot maintain our innocence for the longest time. There is nothing called an angry child, suspicious child, lustful child, jealous child, very young. They're growing up absolutely adorable. But the same 2-year-old, 3-year-old, when he's 20-year-old, 30-year-old, you can't touch him. What happened? As a child who was purely ignorant, and as they say ignorance is bliss, as he is growing up, the individuality builds up. Because of that individuality, the reactions begin. You start building up emotions from simple perceptions which begin, as you start perceiving, the thoughts come up and thought starts building up. You start building up your thoughts. Anger, hatred, jealousy, everything comes. But you started with the pure innocence. Now, wisdom is to go back to that innocence with which you started unconsciously. So those people, those who are aware of themselves, the wise one, call it, as we saw all these things, sthita prajna, gunatita, bhakta, whatever language you tell them. One is abiding in himself, abiding in, call it truth, call it Ishvara, call it God, whatever you like. Such a person naturally has all the noble, virtuous disposition because happy with himself. That is the secret of somebody's goodness, nobility, and the person cannot be vicious. He is happy with himself. Only when the person is not happy with himself, not knowing what his nature is, because of the ignorance, the search begins. The person wants to go back to himself, wants to be happy. And he wants to be happy, doesn't know how to be happy except by gathering certain objects, possessing something, expressing his emotions, and that is where the complication begins. When you, as we saw there here, aneka chitta, that is what we see in this place, aneka chitta vibhranta, mohajala samavrutaha, prasakta kamabhogeshu, patanti narake asucho. The person not being aware of himself, aneka chitta vibhranta, the mind is completely confused. Why do you say mind is confused means what? I am totally unaware of myself. I lose myself in so many roles. Please understand, the confusion begins with your individuality, not knowing about yourself. Body has no sense of confusion. Creation is so innocent. Are you getting that point, please? The body is innocent. Body has no demand. Deho na janati. Body does not know. Sense organs don't demand. Your eyes don't demand to see. Ears don't demand to listen. Tongue doesn't demand to taste. Skin doesn't demand to touch. Now this mosquito coming and biting, putting like an injection. When he's giving, now who is reacting? Is the body reacting? Is the body getting angry? No. When it's happening, the report goes, oh, mosquito, I'm so painful. Oh. If you are not conscious, if you are conscious, okay. The physical body doesn't do anything, has no emotion of its own. So also the whole creation is so innocent. That is where you listen to the voices. That is, when I say listen to the disposition within your thoughts. In the realm of thoughts, all confusion. In the realm of the body and the whole physical universe, there is absolutely no confusion. Because confusion is not a physical feature. It's all your thoughts. That is why until you understand yourself, you understand your thoughts, physical practices does not help you anyway. I mean, it may help you to forget yourself for some time, but it doesn't help you to be aware of yourself. The person must be, you straight go into the realm of the thought. That is your aneka chitta vibhranta. Physical body, poor thing, just like your vehicle. The car is parked. The car has no willingness to move out of the parking spot. You take the car out. What speed the car is moving depends on the driver. Car has no decisions to make. Physical body is so innocent. It has no decisions to make. It has no destination, nowhere to go, nowhere to reach. As such, it is absolutely innocent. Same thing, physical world also doesn't tempt you. Listen carefully. You create your own attractions. The gold doesn't tell you, take me home. A vehicle doesn't invite you to take him home. Nothing in this world asks you to take them home. It's a human being. Only human beings understand. As a person, human beings, when you say, it's not the human body, mind. So chitta vibhranta, the confusions take place at the level of the thought because the person is not aware of himself and the I is not aware of himself. So many thought comes up and therefore mohajala samavrutaha, totally deluded, not aware of himself. Who are you? So many roles and confusions. All these things you have seen elaborately. Prasakta kamabhogeshu, and the moment these thoughts come up, helpless like a child, kamabhogeshu prasakta, kamabhogeshu, striyadi vishayeshu, all the sense subjects, desires, lust, man, woman, touch, taste, sound, all these things, prasakta, the person gets thoroughly involved. You sit down for some time quietly for yourself and see how long you can sit down quietly. Think, your body is not demanding, listen. The creation is not demanding your attention. Absolute standpoint, you are yourself the absolute happiness, joy, that is how it should be. Where from the problem comes? Only at the level of the thought. A memory comes up, a thought comes up, and that drives you crazy. Kamabhogeshu prasakta. Your thoughts drive you crazy. Listen carefully. In fact, that also is a wrong word. Thoughts do not drive you crazy. Thoughts are not living entities to drive you crazy. Thoughts come like the sounds of the birds. There is a squirrel at a distance. Is it inviting you? Please come and see me. Just a sound comes. Squirrel. When this thought sound comes, immediately ears report it, thought is there, squirrel. That thought doesn't drive you crazy. I want to see that squirrel. Or, I don't know why that squirrel is always making that noise. Who is reacting? Only one thought. I thought, individuality. And that, like a bull in the china shop, in the realm of thoughts, this I thought drives everything, everybody crazy. Individuality. Not knowing himself. And therefore, it engages himself in every pursuit and prides himself. Atmasambhavita stabdha dhanamana madannita. And it looks for happiness in sensations of every kind. Please see the confusion. As you grow up, we become so sensation-oriented. That is why asura. Remember that is your basis. Who is asura? Asusu, praneshu, indriyasu, ramante. Those who revel only in the sensations, thinking that is the ultimate happiness in life, they are asuras. Because if you are a person dependent upon sensations for your happiness, you shall manipulate everybody, you shall go crazy for everything, and your search shall be insatiable, never ending. And that drives you crazy. Please understand that. Insatiable demand. The thoughts will be coming up. The moment comes up, you cannot keep quiet. And the more and more you go on demanding some sensation or other, you shall get into a competition also, because objects are few, people who are demanding are many. One car, so many people demanding. One man or woman, so many people desiring him or her. One piece of land, hundreds demanding, as they say in economics. When the demand is more and supply is less, prices automatically goes up. Everybody demands happiness from sensation, but the sense objects are few. Naturally, manipulation begins. Please. And if you are dependent on the sense object and you are not happy with yourself, that little object also will drive you crazy. If it is available, you are in a different mood. Not available, you are in a different mood. Are you getting that point? The whole manipulation begins inside you. Therefore, out of insecurity, the person goes on grabbing, aggrandizing, possessing, hoarding every type of sense object. Even if you are not eating all the money at a time, but 5 million should be sitting in the bank. Even though you are not eating all the food at a time, the food must be there. You are not putting all the dresses at one time, but all the dresses must be there, whichever mood comes. You are not driving 5 cars at a time, but 5 cars must be parked. Please understand the possessiveness. So, what is the end to it? And having got that, the person deludes himself that he is the adyos dhanavan asmi, I am the richest man. Atma sambhavita stabdha. Such people think no end of themselves. That's the right word. Atma sambhavita. They think no end of themselves. Why? Just because they have all the cars, all the houses, all the money, all everything. They refuse to understand, listen please, they refuse to understand that depending on something, you cannot be independent. By depending on something for your happiness, you cannot be happy in life. They don't understand it because stabdha, the mind is stunned. Like you stun an animal, paralyze him. Your mind is stunned with this type of conviction, this type of conclusion that I have everything, all the security at my disposal. What shall you do? It is like every moment you are dying, but you think every moment you are living, and one day dead. Stabdha. Dhanamana madanvita yajante namayajniste. So proud like this, yajante namayajniste, namamatra yajna. For name's sake, they do a ritual, they do a puja, or their whole interaction with others are completely deceptive. Namamatra, as though loving somebody, as though hating somebody. There is no sincerity in anything at all in life. Such people, dambhena avidipurvakam, whatever they do, they think that is right. If they hate somebody, that is right. If they love somebody, that is right. If they are infatuated, that is right. This is the type of mind, Rakshasa, Asura. How it comes it? It comes from this. Just read it again. This is the line which you'll understand very, very clearly. So much you have been seeing, but see this. How this happens? Read it again, please. Ahankaram balam darpam kamam krodham cha sansritaham mamatma paradeheshu pradyushanto bhyasuyakaha tanaham dishata kruran sansareshu naradhaman Kipamyajasramasvan Asurishveva yonishu Asurim yonimapannaha Mudha janmani janmani Mama prapyaiva kaunteya Tato yantyadhamam gatim Ahankaram balam darpam Kamam krodham ja sansritaha Mamatma paradeheshu Pradyushanto vyasuyakaha Tanaham dishata kruran Sansareshu naradhaman Kshipamyajasramasvan Asurishveva yonishu Asurim yonimapannaha Mudha janmani janmani Mama prapyaiva kaunteya Tato yatyadhamam gatim. Please see. So, the disposition, how the person gets into this mood, begins with ahankaram. This is the beginning of the confusion. Ahankaram. Balam, darpa, all that we say later. First is the ahankara. What is the ahankara? Aham karanam, I will read that Sanskrit and see that you know all these things. Now, as I told you, there is nothing much to explain, but see, ahankaram iti vidyamanai avidyamanai cha gunaihi atmani adhyaropitaihi vishishtam atmanam ahamiti manyante sa ahankara. It's a beautiful definition of ahankara. Ahankara means aham karanam, aham karomi, I do, aham karomi. Everything has got a sense of I. How is that? It brings up this individuality. Please see that ahankara, the individuality. What does it do? It drags everything into itself. Gunaihi, doshaihi. Little glory, little limitation. Everything it drags onto himself. Like you have got a Vishishtam Atmanam Adhyaropitaihi Vishishtam. Adhyaropa means where you superimposition. Physical body is innocent. Body has no sense of I. I say I am the body and drag the limitation of the body or the glory of the body into myself. Body is not afraid of dying. I am afraid of dying. Body is not enjoying the youth. I am enjoying the youth. Body is not afraid of old age. I am afraid of old age. Are you getting that point? This I is dragging. Only body. You have got riches. The riches have no feeling of riches. I am rich. Poverty has no sense of poverty. 1 rupee doesn't feel poor. 1 billion does not feel rich. But the I drags that poverty onto itself, riches onto itself. Your eyes are losing its power. The eyes don't feel that they are losing their power. The I feels, the individuality, I feels miserable. I am losing my power. Now there is a job you have occupied. Think, you have got a job. You are the manager. The manager post is not proud. The body who is sitting on the chair is not proud. The I says, I am the manager. And by chance the job is gone, the post, nothing happens to the post. I feel the job is gone, I am now useless. Are you getting that point, please? As when you do that in relation to the whole world and your body, all your sense organs, please see, this is very important. Same thing this I does in relation to every visible, invisible thoughts. Unconsciously, you jump into the stream of thought and you drag that thought into yourself. That is why people complain, why these thoughts are coming? Who is worried? Think. Listen carefully. It's very subtle, very simple. Who is worried? Why these thoughts are coming? Who is worried? I. That I who is worried. Now, so what is the solution? The solution is I must know myself. But what type of solution people give? Secular solution is whatever you want, go for it. Go get her. Religious solution is renounce the thought. God. Or renounce the world. You understand, you get into such a mess in life because one who is committing the mistake is going scot-free. Individuality, ahankar, going scot-free. You are punishing the thought by banishing it, attempting to negate it, dismiss it. You are punishing the body by eating something, not eating something. Austerity, indulgence, okay, for the, if it is secular, mindless indulgence, religion, mindless austerity. Punishing the body for no fault of its own. Even indulgence is a punishment. Not eating is not only punishment. Starving is not only a punishment, but also indulgence is another punishment because the body goes haywire. And who does it? Please appreciate. One word you understand in life. You shall not blame anybody in your life. The whole creation is so innocent. Understand? Ahankar. Adhyaropitaihi vishishtam atmanam ahamiti manyate. Whatever is, it drags the limitation of everything unto itself, including every thought. This becomes asura. Asusu, as I told you, praneshu ramante, that prana, sense organ stands for everything, thoughts also. One who is lost in the thought. One who is lost in the thought, helplessly lost in the memories, helplessly lost in the emotions. Such a person, not only himself will go crazy, but drive everybody crazy. Nobody can make you sensible. Impossible. Why? Because you are the craziest ones. Are you getting that point, please? You are not going to listen because the ahankar comes, no. Adyosmi, I am the richest one. Abhijanavanasmi, I have everything. I know what am I doing. I don't need anybody. That one thought, listen carefully, one thought can completely drive you crazy. That is why, just like today's world, you have got a cell phone. The cell phone you hold in, anywhere you go, you are in your own world. You are in a group of people, hello, each one with his own cell phone. Have you seen these days? There is no more interaction with people. Each one sits down with his own cell phone. The bus is going, each one with his cell phone. Each one with his earphone. You listen to your own music. You are talking to through your phones, other people don't exist. Just like that, as you are listening to your own music, recorded music, totally oblivious of the surrounding, you have got your own recorded thoughts and you are totally lost in it, oblivious of the surrounding. It's a personal iPod. Are you getting that? Your thoughts are your very personal iPod, a cell phone. Totally oblivious. What the other person is doing, not doing, who are there, not there, makes no difference. You are with your own thought. That is ahankar. Isolates you completely. And because of that, this is what? Balam, darpam, kamam, kodham cha sansrita. So ahankaram sansritaha, taking refuge in this ahankar, meaning being with this I thought, the individuality, thereafter, what shall you do? Insecure, it wants to be secured. It will demand everything. Identify with when the body is young, I am young. Riches are there, I am rich. Desperately holds on to it. That is where comes your desperation in life. Because when you are insecure, you shall desperately hold on to everything. That is where you shall be proud, arrogant, possessive. Very possessive. You shall not leave anything to anybody. Very possessive. Wealth is mine, body is mine. Very possessive. That is why you find it impossible, you find it so difficult for the person to die. Because living with the body, you don't understand, if you are living with the body, if the body is alive, you are alive. If the body is dead, you are dead. Imagine. Can you ever be secure in life? Because body shall die. On a changing body, mortal body, you are looking for immortality. Impossible dream. With a changing thought, changing moods, you are looking for stability. Some people who are little intelligent, they shall say, yes, since changing thoughts, you cannot look for stability, therefore remove your thoughts. That is where meditation circus begins. All thoughts must be going away. No. Thoughts must be there as they are. I withdraw. I know about myself. When you know about yourself, it is aham. When you do not know about yourself, identify with something, it is ahankara. See, aham, no problem. Body, no problem. I am the body, problem. You get in a simple solution, you appreciate. I is not the problem. Body is not the problem. I am the body becomes problem. I is not a problem. What is wrong with I? Are you getting that point, please? What is wrong with I? Your sense of being, you need that. You need that I. People, usually the person will think, renunciation, ahankar means I thought also should not be there. Hey, what is this? There is a functional thought. But when you are not aware of yourself, what you do? Ahankara. That I thought comes up, therefore become very possessive. Balam, darpam, kamam, kurdham, sansrita. Then it holds on to what? Listen carefully. Vicious qualities like anger, kama, krodha, bala, darpa. Listen. Pride, arrogance, lust. This person considers that is his power. Anger he uses as a power. Most people will use that in the world. They use that anger as a power, as a powerful weapon. Pride. Just in one wave of hand you dismiss everybody. Get lost. So proud. Angry. You threaten everybody. Frighten everybody. Jealousy, lust, passion. Understand? Baladarpa Samanvita doesn't know what else to do. Considers the vices as virtue. This is where Atma Sambhavita Stabda. They considers the pride as the strength. It is not a quiet confidence in himself, but you are depending on a mood. You don't know. It's like somebody with a gun is showing, frightening somebody. If the other person is powerful, what will he do? He will take the gun from your hand and shoot you. Same thing. These moods are like that. When you are angry, please understand, when you get into anger, you get into hatred, you get into jealousy, who suffers? Long before others get an inclination of it, you are already tortured, tormented. It first hurts you. Only thing the person doesn't know it. He thinks he is being very powerful, totally helpless, isolated, miserable. So, bala, darpa, kama, krodha, sansita. Balam, darpam, kamam, krodham, Mam, atmadeheshu, paradeheshu, pradyushanta abhyasuvika. And such a person, hey Arjuna, tortures me in this body, tortures God in this body, tortures me in every body. Atmadeheshu, paradeheshu, pradyushanta. The person ignores the truth that is existing in himself. Lust in the ahankara, the aham is lost sight of. Are you getting that? Lost in the individuality, limitation, the limitlessness, absolute is lost sight of. You lose yourself in the I thought, you are banished from the kingdom of absolute, as though. You can't get away from yourself, but as though. But the wise person, he knows you cannot get away from yourself. But the ignorant man is permanently as though banished from his own kingdom. Instead of being himself, he is being with a thought, ahankar. Are you getting that point, please? It's a thought. All these emotions, bala, darpa, drives you crazy. Pradyushanta, hating himself, hating others. You hate yourself also. If you are angry, short-tempered, jealous, will you love yourself? Think. Will you love yourself? You hate yourself. Why these things going on? Of course you don't like anybody else. But when you are comfortable with yourself, who you are, now the same possibilities are there. All the thoughts can be there, but doesn't affect you anymore. Such people, when they are thus affected by these emotions, such a person we call asura. What happens to them? Tanam dishata kruran sansare sunaradaman kshipami ajasramasubhan asurishiyovo nishu. To such people, you don't have to torture, torment. You don't have to punish. The person who has anger, hatred, jealousy, passion, lust, possessiveness, anger, all these different types of unbecoming emotions and thoughts, you don't need to punish them. Their moods are punishment enough. Think, just think. When a person is committing a crime, what do? We throw them into jail? We throw them into a cell. Why? Lonely cell. Isolated cell. Nobody else will have any contact with them. Punishment. Total isolation. Inside the prison also, you are in a cell. You are thrown into that solitary confinement. That is the word. You throw the person into solitary confinement. The judges, jurisprudence, law, system throws you into a solitary confinement for the punishment. When you are angry, short-tempered, jealous, proud, whatever the mood, you naturally put yourself into a solitary confinement. Do you need to be punished? If you want to punish the fellow who is angry, don't change him. Are you getting it? That is how the person will get fantastic punishment. The moment somebody is angry, leave them alone. You don't have to punish. Why? He has his built-in prison and total solitary confinement. By that time you will not be interacting with anybody. You don't want to be interacting with anybody because you are angry with everybody, jealous of everybody. You are in solitary confinement. You see, who punishes you? Bhagavan says, as though, Kshipami azarasham asuvan. Hey Arjuna, I shall throw at them many inauspicious things. Pain, anxiety, all these things I shall throw. Not that he is there to throw. It's a language. It's a language. It's like when you are not eating, you are hungry. What the food can do? Please. Self-inflicted punishment. All these emotional disturbances, all these moods of various kinds, unregulated, if you are unaware, there shall be self-inflicted punishment. Simple thing. A flower is here. Think, a flower is here. You imagine the flower is nice and I must have it. Already you imagine. Somebody comes and takes it away. What happens? Now your whole direction goes towards that. Why the fellow is taking away? Why is he touching this flower? What is your problem? The flower is here, somebody is taking. But I am getting now punishment. Why? Because I have a desire to get that flower. Suppose you don't have a desire. In our college days, I know, they call it 50% love. 50% love na? Among the boys, I don't know, the girls must be doing the same thing. I have not asked girls. Maybe I must talk to some girls about it. In the boys, among the boys, they will select a college queen. When you are studying in college. Oh, this girl is college queen. She is number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. Then the heroes, these fellows, useless boys, nothing doing, that is the only thing they do in the college, don't study. They will be imagining this one is his, that one is his, that one is his, useless fellows. And by chance somebody else is talking to them, oh, they start getting worked up. That girl doesn't know anything about this boy. But among them you should listen to the conversation. Nonsense. Absolute nonsense. Because they are already imagining. And then they are going through the whole sense of jealousy, competition, everything for nothing. Now you, same thing you do that. The moment you imagine happiness somewhere, forgetting yourself, not knowing yourself, then what happens? You are already punishing yourself. Wrong conclusions. So this creation does not punish you. God doesn't punish you. You are punishing yourself. It's all because of the ignorance. And even though you are punishing yourself, still there is no problem because it's not a hopeless case, because it's all because of the ignorance. The moment you are tired of your suffering, the moment you are tired of your isolation and you want to get out of it, that is where a teacher helps you out. The scripture helps you out. That completely helps you out. Because the moment you are willing, the sun is already rising. As long as you are totally under the spell of ignorance, it is like the dark night. The moment you are tired, the dawn is breaking. That is why when you are tired of your suffering and you want to get out of it, the dawn begins. The sun is about to rise. That is where you have to know about yourself. So tanaham disata kruran, to such people, those who just punish themselves and punish others, Bhagavan says, I shall throw at them ajasram asubhan, many asubhan, asubha karma, like inauspicious things means what? They drag onto themselves every type of suffering. For an unhappy person, for an unhappy person, everything is touched by unhappiness. When you are, it's just like when you are pain, your body is painful. When your body is paining, suppose there is a wound. Even if somebody out of love, how are you? Oh! Because you are wounded. When you are wounded, even if somebody touches you with love, oh! When you are having fever, do you enjoy a spring breeze? When you are having, physically you are sick, will you enjoy this lovely sunrise or a sunset? Through the hospital window, will you be looking at some sunrise, sunset? Your stomach is paining or you are dying, you are heavily sedated. Will you enjoy anything? Beautiful sunrise, lovely spring breeze, nice winter, nice summer day. Nothing. Why? I am sick. When you are unhappy with yourself, everything becomes useless. Everything becomes a punishment. Understand? Everything is inauspicious, everything is a punishment. Why? Because you are miserable. And you are in a happy mood. When you are in a happy mood, whether it is summer, winter, spring, rain, anything, it doesn't matter. You shall wade through it all. You will go through it all. Makes no difference. That is how life is. Take a simple example from the road, from the travel. When the road is smooth, listen, very simple example. The road is smooth, nice paved. Nowadays, those, 2-lane, 4-lane highway. Road is smooth. Even if you have an old car, if the road is smooth, what happens? You don't feel the travel. It's not that comfortable, but you don't feel the travel. It's an ordinary car, you don't feel the travel because road is smooth. Listen, please. Suppose the road is rough, everything produces noise, everything jolting, everything doing that, it becomes much more painful. Please see, wait. The car is beautiful, road is beautiful. Ooh, super speed. Now the road is again bumpy, the new car, say again trouble also comes. Are you getting that? Same way in life, most people want smooth road. Why? If the road is smooth, what is road is smooth? What I want, other people give me. What I don't want, other person doesn't give me. I want the food, you get the food. You want money, you have money. You want to go somewhere, you go to somewhere. You like Western countries, beautifully organized. Every train comes in time, plane comes in time, electricity never fails. So, the road is smooth. In life there is a problem, but still it looks like a smooth travel. But suppose the road is rough. What is road? Rough road? Poverty. Electricity is not working. Somebody is cheating you. Go to office, there is a headache. Go to railway station, don't get the ticket. Rough road. The other person is, you cannot rely upon it. It's very rough road. You're just like ordinary car. In the smooth road, you don't feel the ordinariness of it. When the road is rough, exaggerated pain. The difficulties because the whole car is producing noise, everything. So most people try to find that easier way out. Organize the world so that the life is smooth. And you cannot organize the world, understand. Road you can build up. Houses you can build up. But emotional highway is not under your control. Because emotional highway is really rough. Ups and downs. And here the individual doesn't know how to be with himself. Now the whole thing is rough riding. So the person feels miserable. Suppose emotionally everything is smooth, how do you feel? Everything is good. But then you are trouble because ahankar is the bad vehicle. Therefore still there will be trouble. But suppose you are happy with yourself. Suddenly the whole scenario changes. Either it's a rough road, makes no difference. If it's a nice road, makes no difference. If it's a nice road, nice. Not nice, who cares? So punishment is something you are always dragging onto yourself. The creation doesn't conspire against you. You are unconscious, unaware of yourself. Therefore, kshipami, as if the language is, Bhagavan says, I throw at them every inauspicious thing. What it means is like when you jump, you fall. The gravity is there to hold you. You go against the gravity, you fall. Happiness is there to sustain yourself. You are the happiness, you are the bliss. That is your root. You should be rooted there. Understand that example. You are on the ground. Gravity holds you. You look for stability somewhere on the space, you jump. Boom. You fall onto the ground again. Happiness is yourself, grounded. You are the consciousness. No problem. You see happiness in an object, in a sound, taste, touch, smell, or a person, you are jumping out of yourself. When you jump out, boom, you are dragged back. You have to, you fall. That is how people suffer in life. As they say, no climb, no fall. But then, life is being what it is. You don't know from the beginning that you are the happiness. So looking for something, you develop so many emotions, all that we have seen. So those are the becomes sources of suffering. Just you look at yourself, be happy with yourself and see what is the problem. There shall be no problem, as you are with yourself. Other things have their limitation, you know how to handle them. As such people, what happens? Asurim yonima panna mudha janmani janmani mama prapyeva kaunteya tato yanti adhavam gatim. Asurim yonima panna. Thus, Asuri yoni apana. Asurim Asuri yoni means what? Very nice. Vyagra Simhadi Yonishu. These fellows will be born like a tiger and a lion. Animal life. Because anyway the person is living like an animal in this world. Animals have no control over their emotions. You see, animals have no control over their emotions. Have you seen? Any animal for that matter, whether it's a dog or the cat or rat or anything, ferocious, no control. They don't know, they don't recognize. Whenever you have got uncontrolled, unbridled emotion, you become like an animal. Just like a lion pounces on his own babies and kills them. You don't know that you are destroying your own child, destroying your own thing. Same thing also, the person is angry, hurtful, jealous, destroys himself, destroys others. So when you're living like that in a human body, there is nothing wrong if you are born as an animal. Vyagrayas Simhadi Yonishu. The person is born like that. And in this type of life, Janmani, when you are born into that type of yoni, that type of womb, Mam aprapya kaunteya tato yati adamam. They never know themselves. They will never get a chance to know themselves. That is why in human life is so precious. Only in this life you can be conscious of your limitation and you can get out of it. Tato yanti adamam gatim. Not finding me, not knowing themselves, they continue to suffer in the realm of ignorance. That is how the ignorant man's life is a long saga of suffering. The moment you are tired of suffering, that is the day you will start getting the hint of the sunrise. That is why do that. Having told, now he says, just read it. We shall, these next 3-4 verses, we shall finish it up in the afternoon. Just please see. Now, we will see it in the evening. Just read it. Trividham narakasyedam dvaram nasanam atmanah kama krodastatha lovah tasmade tatrayam tyajet eteir vimukta kaunteya tamodvare stribhinarah आचरत्यात्मनः श्रेयः ततो याति परां गतिम्. This is very beautiful verses we shall see. Very nice. There are 3 gates of suffering. And they are Kama, Krodha, Lova. These are the 3 emotions which drives everybody crazy. Lust, anger, greed. Narakasya dwaram. They are the gateway to suffering. We will see one who is out of it. Listen, let the gates be there. You don't enter. What is the problem? Think. There is a river infested with crocodiles. If you don't go inside, does it matter? Are you getting that point, please? There is a lake full of shark, an ocean full of shark, but you don't go inside. Does it matter? Only if you get in, then only you are eating up. If you don't get in, no problem. Or, listen carefully, or you get in, but fully armored. You are swimming, but no shark can come near you. Nothing can touch you. Then also no problem. The people who say renunciation, not to get in, but then you cannot live like that. You have to interact with people. Now what you should do is, can you dress yourself in the dress of wisdom as to who you are? Then these emotions, even though they are existing, will not affect you. So that is the solution which you shall see in the afternoon. Please close your eyes, please.